Yeet! Yo, y'all remember back in high school, right? When we used to get absolutely faded out of our minds and we used to be at our friend's crib and they'd have like a cat or a dog and we'd all be session and the dog or cat would just kind of come outside and kind of hang out with us and we'd all be trying to get it high, blowing smoke in its face and it'd be just a good old time, right? Well, no, don't do that. Because if you do, it might end up turning bad and maybe he'll become intelligent and take your car and your girl, and it's just a bad scenario. Just don't do it. No, but Frodo's like, don't do that. That's not cool. It's lame. They don't consent. Just leave them out of it. Now, if you let your dog out to go take a piss and he finds a little baggie of that good, starts rolling up and takes a trip all the way to the moon, then that's his own prerogative. You can't do anything about that. Okay, obviously that's like a very far-fetched scenario. You get it? Because like he's a dog and plays fetch. Okay, never mind. But obviously, you know, most dogs and cats and most domesticated animals shouldn't be getting high unless you're the one doing it to them. But you can't say the same thing about some of these wild animals, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video, about animals who get more lit than you. Let's get right into it. Okay, so we got this article right here by Cicero. Sorry for not pronouncing correctly. I know it's a me problem. It's an Australian site, so I'm gonna call it Cicero. All right. Right here it says party animals, wildlife that get drunk and high. All right. So we're gonna go through this little article, kind of point out a couple of these animals who get absolutely lit, and then I'll go ahead and show you some videos about them actually doing that act. Let's get it. Okay. So starting off with the first degenerate on our list is the dolphin. So right here it says Puff the Magic Pufferfish. Okay. So dolphins have complex social structures, incredible long-term memory, and even regional accents. We can probably also add recreational drug use to their list of human-like behaviors. In 2014, the BBC documentary, a group of adolescent bottlenose dolphins near Southeast Africa were filmed pursuing, catching, and gently chewing on a pufferfish. Now, if you guys don't know, pufferfish, are those Miss Puff, right? Mrs. Puff, she is actually extremely dangerous. One of the most dangerous animals in the world due to its toxins that it releases when it actually puffs, right? The puff effect that they do is a self-defense mechanism that they do to, ward off the prey, and releases a ridiculously strong toxin that can kill a human very easily, all right? But for these dolphins, they like to do something else. So since you're ingesting a non-lethal dose of its neurotoxin, after passing the puff around, the fish escaped from dolphins who were too busy floating upside down and gazing at their reflection to notice. So there you go. That was the first degenerate on our list, the dolphin, which is actually funny because they're actually one of the most intelligent animals in the wildlife kingdom, right? So they know how to get down. Now, I really wanted to show you guys some videos of these animals getting absolutely obliterated, but because of copyright, unfortunately, I'm not able to show you these videos, but I can kind of describe you through pictures, okay? So, as you can see right here, the dolphins kind of just bite on the pufferfish little by little and kind of keep it in their mouth for maybe a couple seconds at a time and just kind of play with the thing to release the toxins so that it can get released into their mouths and into their bloodstream. And because, these dolphins are typically very smart, they know pretty well how much they can handle. So once they get that little buzz, they know when to stop, and then they're just kind of tripping, and they end up just kind of like wandering around, kind of looking at the reflection on the water and just enjoying life. And unfortunately for the pufferfish, not only do they go and just mess with him, bite on him, but they also go ahead and play with him, while the poor pufferfish is pretty much traumatized from the beginning to the end and probably for the rest of its life. Okay, so yeah, that was pretty crazy. For the next one, we're going to be talking about reindeer flying high. I mean, we all know about, the reindeer and Santa Claus, and this is actually funny because this one actually has a little bit of a story connected to like Christmas and everything like that. I probably have to make an entire video just on that specific story, but let's get into how these reindeers are actually even getting high in the first place. So right here it says reindeer in Eastern Europe go to great lengths to find the hallucinogenic fly agaric mushroom, often fighting fiercely to get their hooves on that stuff. According to Andrew Hayes from the Pharmaceutical Journal, after ingesting the magic mushroom, the reindeer behave in a drunken fashion, running about aimlessly and making strange noises. Sounds about right. Sounds like the typical bar around here, right? So the bright red and white mushroom have long been a favorite hallucinogen for people too. Oh, all right. Despite being poisonous, goddamn. Long ago, Siberian reindeer herders discovered that the psychoactive constituents, I don't know how to say that, whatever, of mushroom remains in the reindeer urine, but the toxic components are metabolized, making the urine safe to drink. I didn't see that coming. The reindeer urine is safe to drink. Yeah, I read that right. Damn. All right, so I'm thinking that's for humans. If humans are drinking the damn reindeer urine, that's crazy. Hallucinations while on the drug often involve flying. That is crazy. Here, so here, there's a theory that this is where Santa's flying reindeer came from. We got to make a video about that more in depth in a later time. But damn, that is crazy. I guess so I guess the way it goes is the reindeer go out and seek this flying agaricus mushroom, and while they're over there eating that and they ingest it, as they break it down and piss it out as urine, us psychos have, I guess, gone around and started drinking it and still feeling the effects of this mushroom, getting trippy as hell. So that is one of the weirder ways I've heard of humans getting high. I mean, humans have been getting high all different types of ways, but that is probably the most disgusting, not gonna lie. But let's see a video now about how they look when that happens. Let's go ahead and do that. And again, I really wish I could have showed you a video of these reindeer munching down on these mushrooms. So these pictures are just gonna have to do for now. So yeah, this is the mushroom right here that is the suspect for making these dudes get hella trippy. It's pretty much the mushroom from like Super Mario Bros, if you couldn't tell. And yeah, so they go out and try and dig for these guys. Usually sometimes they're like under thick amounts of snow, and they're total fiends, so they go out and it doesn't matter where they're at, they're gonna go sniff them out. And like you heard me saying earlier, humans obviously always need to find a way to get trippy. We couldn't let the reindeers have all the fun, so we go ahead and actually take what is the remnants of these mushrooms from the reindeer piss, and then people go ahead and drink it, ingest it, and get trippy along with the reindeer, which is really funny because that's actually where the story of like Santa Claus and Christmas kind of comes together. Again, like I said, I'm gonna make a whole separate video on that. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next degenerate on this list. So we've seen reindeer, and what was the first one? Dolphins get absolutely down and just freaking reckless, man. They're freaking ridiculous. They both need to be in rehab. But I think the last and final degenerate on this list is definitely something that we've all seen, but not really understood exactly what was going on, and that is these Bohemian waxwing birds, who they definitely got to go to rehab. Okay, even this freaking fact site article is saying the same thing. So right here it says here that the Bohemian waxwing birds are known to enjoy feasting upon the berries that grow on rowan trees, especially as the weather becomes cooler and berries start to ferment. All right, so fermented berries, you already know, it's used to make wine, and wine gets you absolutely hammered. All right, so not only some of these birds eat the berries until they're well and truly trashed, with most of the birds just getting a little buzzed. Okay, but for those who don't know when to stop, flying places become problematic and dangerous, with a couple of drunken fatal crashes into buildings being recorded whilst under the influence. So I don't know about you, but I've definitely seen some birds who have just completely smacked in the side of a window or a wall or whatever it is. And even in my windshield, I was driving one time and a bird came and hit my windshield and just died. It was just, that's it. It was gone like that. I was like, what the hell, bro? Like, it was out of nowhere. And I'm not saying that it was drunk, but now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, who knows? Maybe that dude was tipsy and ended up getting into a fatal crash. But in 2014, several of these birds became so intoxicated that they were taken to an animal health care and treatment facility in Yukon, Canada, in order to sober up. Oh my gosh, these are super degenerates. Oh my gosh. For those who weren't able to recover, there was another option, rehab in the Yukon Wildlife Preserve. Rehab in a healthcare facility for birds who are just too damn drunk. Wow, okay, so let's go ahead and watch a little video about how these birds get down. Okay, the birds are eating berries, I fermented earlier, the usual is here.
These birds just gorge and gorge and gorge on these berries, and they don't digest as quickly, and then soon they're intoxicated. It would be like chugging a keg of beer.
God damn! Tipsy birds are eventually. Okay, well, it didn't show us any of them kind of crashing into anything, which is probably better because I don't want to get like in trouble with YouTube showing birds just basically committing the ultimate sin. All right, but alrighty, man. So there we go. That's a little list of some of these animals that are just complete degenerates. If you thought you were degenerate, don't worry. These animals have got you beat, man. You think you got lit? These babies get even more lit. All right, man. So thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end of this video. If you like this one, I might even make a part 2 because there's just tons of degenerate animals out there. Who knew, right? Who knew that? I thought we were the only ones experimenting with this type of stuff, man. These mind-altering substances, but turns out I was far from wrong. And but yeah, man, got a ton of new videos that are be coming out very soon. Some new roles that I'm working on. It's gonna take a little bit longer. And yeah, man, thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and do all that good stuff. And I'll be dropping a new video very soon. Deuces.